Hey guys, this is Trevor. That's right, we're going to be doing a review of the Motorola Droid 2. Happy Hump Wednesday to you guys. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday or Thursday, depending on which part of the world you're in. So, I'm going to give an overview of this thing real quick as the first part of my review. And I will say this, the phone's real pretty. I've got a screen protector on it right now, so it's got that, it looks really clean. Looks cleaner than it actually is. I use it a lot. Pretty much probably use it every single day, not just for phones, but for other purposes as well. I'll get into that in a minute. But as you guys can tell, it's a real pretty looking phone. It's got this real nice kind of like dark midnight blue finish. It's very sleek. It's got a lot of weight to it, so when you hold it in your hands, you actually know, okay, I need to kind of be careful with this thing. And I've actually got a protective case, but I don't have it on here right now because, well, I have to do the review and show off the phone. So yeah, there you have it. So the cool thing about this phone, one of the cool things about this phone to get this all started off, is that it has a full web browser, and I've already preloaded up YouTube, but the coolest thing about this is, I'm going to zoom this in. Actually, that's IGN.com. Now, if you can look at this is kind of amazing because this is the way you would see it on a laptop or a desktop, and there's very little slowdown, as you guys can tell. I mean, just kind of look at this. I'm going to just kind of let this sit here for a second, and, you know, all these ads are just going to kind of run through just like they would on a computer. And I mean, look at that. That's on a phone, you guys. I was just really kind of impressed and blown away by that aspect. So there's that point. Let me actually go to my YouTube real quick, like just the main YouTube channel. So you guys, I'm gonna take the phone away here for a second. Now, just to kind of show off the power of this phone, look at this, guys. This is what it looks like on the freaking phone. I mean, how cool is this? This is like a full web browser, because you can use those mobile sites, but I'm not really keen on those mobile sites. I think lots of times those sites are just a waste of time because you don't get to do what you want to do. They don't have the same kind of capabilities. But yeah, let me see if I can get this a little bit closer or a little bit tighter. So, would you just look at that? Isn't that nice? Perfectly graphics and everything. And oh, the best part is, just like the iPhone, you can double tap an area and zoom in on it. Whoops. Or you can also use your finger like this and zoom in on a particular area. So it's got lots of functionality as well. It's not just there meant to look pretty, because some of these smartphones that they have out there nowadays, they're just real pretty, but some of them have a lot of function. And this is one that I was really blown away by, because there's a lot of functionality here. So I'm going to get out of that right now. Now, another one of the features it has is this 3G hotspot, and what it is it's this thing right here. I'm going to show it right here, real quick. This little icon right here that says 3 mobile hotspot. That, I'm going to zoom in actually. That right there, the 3 mobile hotspot, is pretty amazing, because what it can do is it can actually make it so this particular device here now becomes its own Wi-Fi connector, and you can hook it up to like 5 or 6 other devices. So that's really cool. The only problem with that is it's an extra charge. I think it's like $20 extra a month to do that. So, but you know, it's nice because it shows the convenience factor. The convenience factor is there, and if you guys want to do that, you're more than welcome to do that. It's got this really great 5 megapixel camera. Let me go into that real quick. And it's got a pretty good, let's see, I'm going to take a picture of the box actually. See how it turns out. Taking a picture of the box. Obviously lots of functions with this pretty bad boy. So let's see how our picture turned out, shall we? Yes, we shall. Let's see here. Yeah, check that out. Not too shabby. Let me get it right there. I mean, hey, it looks like the Droid 2 box. And again, it's got the zoom in function, and it's pretty good about keeping the resolution, which I really like, because it's got that 5 megapixel camera with autofocus. So it's not the greatest camera, but for what you need to do, in case you need to like go to parties or whatever and take pictures, it does the job. So I thought that was pretty darn cool. There's another really cool function on here. and it's called Speak to Text. Most of these Android phones nowadays, and these smartphones for that matter, have this little function, but I really like this because I use this with my text messages sometimes when I'm driving. Because since you guys know, probably in lots of areas it's illegal to text and drive. But you tell me, is it illegal to text and drive in your guys' neck of the woods? Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, I'm just going to fire up a new message here, just kind of mock it up. It's not going to be a real message, but this is really cool. So let's see if it'll recognize this. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? And as you can tell, it says, hey, what's going on? I've also got this function on it, which I thought was pretty darn cool. I found out in the input settings you can actually take off the language filter. So this is really dirty, but watch this. This is cool. That fucking kicks ass. And if you look, it says, this is a school that fucking kicks ass. It took both of my things together. So, sorry kids if I said some bad words. I apologize. I'm not all sugar and spice and everything nice. You know, sometimes I have curse words that I need to say too. And to that I say, smiley face. Okay, so that was that part. Alright, now I'm really going to show off the phone because there's some pretty darn impressive functions with this phone. The first is this. I just thought this was just so cool. I had to pay for this function to do it. It cost me about $3 or $4 to do it, and then I had to actually look for the things. But tell me how cool this is. That's right, folks. Legend of Zelda from the Nintendo Entertainment System on my freaking phone. How cool is that? Let me turn this down a little bit. I've got one that's a Super Nintendo emulator too, and I'll show it off in a second. And, you know, this is really the game. Like, I will actually show you the game. I mean, isn't that awesome, guys? That's the Nintendo on my freaking phone. I was such a Nintendo geek growing up that right there just blows me alone. If I had just that on the phone, man, I'd be taken aback like so much. So let me get out of that real quick. I've also got a Super Nintendo emulator on here as well. And with that, I thought that was really cool because, again, why? Well, I'll show you. I know there might be a lot of dead air in this particular video, but I just want to let you guys know that everything that I'm sharing with you has been all put together and laid out. So I want to avoid saying lots of ums and ahs and that sort of thing. But yeah, check this out, guys. Tell me how cool this is. Let me find it here. Yep, those are all games. That's right, Super Metroid. So I've got a Super Nintendo emulator too, and it's on my phone. Again, super cool. So I thought you guys would enjoy that. So there's another. That was another nice show-off point. I kind of showed you a little bit, but I can definitely show you again. With the browser, it's great because it is just like a full-fledged web browser. I mean, I could go to any site that I could possibly want to, and just to show you, I'm not joking. I'm gonna go to Facebook and sign in real quick. Also, I do want to let you guys know, speaking of Facebook, I am on Facebook. I just haven't done a whole lot with it yet. But if you guys want, you're more than welcome to look me up on Facebook. I've got the information in the crotch area as to how to find me and everything. I'm also in the process of working on my own website, so that'd be really cool because I actually bought the domain name for davetrevor.com. So that's really exciting. So when I have more updates on that, I will let you guys know. So I'm letting this load right now, but you guys have seen this one before already, but this is Facebook. I mean, that's really Facebook. Check that out. You know, let me, there you go. Yeah, this is Facebook. It's got the chat thing down here somewhere. And hey, I got 4 updates. Cool. But yeah, so Facebook, and again, you can tap and it zooms in, or you can actually just like that, you know, and that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't want to bore you with that too much, but there you have it. So that's Facebook. So yeah, the browser, again, amazing. Really quite stunning. So it's got a music player. I don't probably really want to go into that. Most of these phones have music players. I guess I could show you real quick. I got a minute here. It's got only one speaker on the back, so that would I would say is probably the one drawback of it, because, well, most phones only have one speaker too. But no, let's see here. I'm gonna play my friend's band. This is
I'm gonna be talking about
whoops.
advanced physical escalation.
Whoops. Sorry guys. Got the wrong thing playing here. My bad. Whoopsie doodle. That was not what I meant to do. Yeah, I could show it to you guys another time. Or you can just figure it out yourself. It's got an okay music player. It's not really that much of a show off anyways. The picture, I've already talked about that. I already talked about my opinions of the mobile websites. And just again, any sort of mobile website, it's just like, it's like a shortcut website, and all these smartphones start you out with just automatically loading you on to the mobile websites. But what I liked about this phone is it gives you the option to go ahead and change that, and then when you change it, as long as you don't clear your history, it just stays that way. And what's great about it is, well, it really is the full browser that you would see on a laptop or a desktop. So I just thought, how cool is that? Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you again the YouTube app, because it wouldn't be a YouTube review on YouTube without a appropriate review of the app. So this is the YouTube app right here, and I'm going to go ahead and play a video real quick just so you guys can see how cool or how good it looks. We'll go with this one. I don't even know what I'm loading up. I'm just going to go ahead and load it up and let it go. So cool, it's not even in the right language. It's also got the HD button right here, so then you can actually make it so it's the full screen and that it's actually a high definition approach as well. So see, now you got the full screen, and I have no idea I just clicked on something random, so yeah, randomness. Who knows what the hell this is, but it was on my page, so there you go. So there's that aspect. And now I was going to give you, go ahead, a little surprise here. You guys are going to find this pretty darn interesting, because we're getting close to running out of time here, but I wanted to show you one last thing before I give my final take on this. And it was this.
Hey guys, this is Trevor. This lesson is entitled How to Find Your Own Style, Part 1.
Now, doesn't that look familiar? It should look familiar, because this is the lesson I did a couple weeks ago, and believe it or not, every single lesson that I'd done, with the exception of the one last week, I did with the camcorder on this phone. The camcorder on this phone is most impressive. I was really, really shocked. I was surprised I was able to do what I was able to do with the camcorder on this phone. So if any of you guys are budding particular filmmakers or whatever, this would be a phone to get just for that capacity alone. So my final take on it, I would say 5 humps. It's besides the minor flaws, this is a great phone, guys. It's a solid, it's stout, it's sturdy. I haven't had any real huge problems with it yet. I never had a smartphone, but I definitely did some research before I got this, and I was just absolutely blown away. Droid 2 is a must if you guys are looking for a great smartphone that does everything that it says it's going to do. So yeah, go ahead and comment on, or give me comment ratings in the comment section below. And I wanted to know what you guys thought of it, the review, and if you guys own a Droid, what's your favorite feature of this? And also, if you don't own it, what was the favorite feature you enjoyed about this? So yeah, 5 solid humps. If you guys like, subscribe at the top. You got the big yellow button at the top, big yellow button at the bottom, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care.